Hello there, everyone. Every now and then, when I lack some inspiration, I try to reach out on Facebook to get people involved and help me find out what types of patterns and what patterns they would like me to do on YouTube. And one of these patterns that has come up quite a few times is the alley shrimp, a really famous, really outstanding salmon fly that's caught many fish in many years. And a lot of people would like me to do that, have asked me to do that on a tube. But this fly, this alley shrimp, is just a magnificent and just outstandingly well composed and good looking pattern. But it just looks best on a double hook. So but I wanted to take up this challenge. So basically, I have been at the Vice for the last day or so, and I have just made a ton of different variations of this famous fly in order to bring something new to the pattern. I'm not saying that I can improve on a pattern that has been so well proven, but I am saying that I can modify it so it fits the needs that the specific conditions that I meet better. And that's that. I'll do that on a tube. So I've added a lot of weight. I have placed the wings a bit differently and added a hackle more, and I'm going to show you all about that in the video. But also this fly is designed to fish deeper, so it's really good for the autumn fishing as well in Norway and stuff like that. So basically, here is my take on a variation of the alley shrimp that is specifically suited to work and to have a different purpose than the original very light one. So basically, here goes. Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a variation over a very classic salmon fly. This is the alley shrimp. But I'm gonna do it on, first of all, I'm gonna do it on tube, which is a bit different. But also I'm gonna keep the essence of the fly, but I'm gonna do a lot of different things to this pattern that that is different from the original one. My goal is to create a fly that looks and feels like an alley shrimp, but has some more components and has some more weight, so that this fly will get down and fish deep. Fast, and in order to achieve that, I'm gonna add some weight to the fly, some Pro Flexi beads instead of the front body in black, and to do this requires me to actually make quite a few changes to the fly. It still, in essence, looks the same and it feels like an alley shrimp, at least to me, but it's just quite differently done. So the first thing is I'm gonna do a tag or a butt. I can't recall for some reason. It always slips my mind which is which. But basically a gold flat gold butt tag butt. however you wanna say that. And now we need to tie in some oval tinsel. Also in gold. This is a small size, and I'm gonna do this underneath the hook. So basically, I just take the tinsel here and add it to the thread, so I can maneuver it into the right position, like this. And since the body is going to be made from flat braid, it's important to have a sound and even thick. The thickness has to be roughly the same all the way up the body here. So I don't cut anything off. I just leave it there. So it will help me form a more uniform body for surface for my flat braid to be on. Then the next thing we need is the tail, and this is comprised of bucktail, and it's quite a long tail compared to the rest of the fly. And this is something we see in a lot of really efficient and great salmon patterns. We see this on the Sneldas, we see this on the Cascade, we see this on the GP. The general practitioner and stuff like that. So it's a common theme to have a tail of bigger length. So this is going to be approximately 2 times the tube size, the size of the rest of the fly. I'm just going to tie this right on top here. Then we're going to apply some pressure and move the tying thread up towards just move the tying thread forward, keeping the same amount of pressure all the time approximately to give a uniform thickness to the body here. And then I'm going to move a bit further up than what I actually intend this part of the body section should be. So I have a place to land my flat wing body. No, flat braid, not flat wing. I'm going to take a piece of red flat braid. This is the Vevus flat braid, really awesome colors and awesome material. Again, I attach that to the thread by folding it over the thread so I can easily maneuver this into place. Again, I tie this underneath the tube, and then I start turning. I turn this very close, but without it being on top of itself, in order to make sure that my body is as evenly of thickness and as uniform as possible. It's not, for the salmon it's probably not that important, but it's important if you want your flies to look nice. And so I'm going to have, and for salmon flies, a golden rule that someone invented some time ago is, and it looks good, the properties looks good, you have to have 3 turns of rib to a fly like this. And that means if I start underneath, then the place where I should tie this down should also be underneath, because that will mean that I have, no matter where you look at this body, there will be 3 turns of the rib. So I have 3 all the way around. You see, because it is ending at the exact place which is starting. So there's also only 3 turns on the rib on your side. Now I see some of this is a bit off. Just adjusting it a little bit to make it like that. And that's perfect. So, and now the original pattern you should make kind of the same, but only have a black section of the body. We're gonna do the black section of the body from this bead here. So if you should stay true to the original pattern, you should basically just do whip finish, then add the bead, and then tie the wing and the hackle and all the rest of the fly in front of this. I have tried to do that, and the result was this fly, and I must say it just looks annoying, basically, to have the bead here without it just looks too abrupt and not to my liking. So instead I've decided to change things up a bit here, and that's why we're gonna add the wing here. And you can use squirrel or you can use gray fox. The silver tip squirrel is the original material, but I like this gray fox a lot because it's more lively in the water than the squirrel is, and where I'm gonna fish this fly is not as hard a current as perhaps some of the really rough currents in Norway and stuff like that. So basically I'm gonna pull out some of the softer hairs here. I'm gonna try to see, and also pull out some of the really long hairs, and then I'm gonna tie this so it's maybe the length of this is gonna be a bit into the tail. So about half the size of the tail is the size of the size that I want for this wing, It's going to be completely on top of the tube here. And then I'm going to cut this off, like so. Now we need the second part of the wing here, which is a crescent, is a tippet feather from a golden pheasant. And you have to pick out the size of feather you need for the specific size of the fly. Of course, if you're making a smaller fly, you need a smaller feather, and so on and so forth. The thing about this feather here is that the feather stem, the hackle stem here, is triangular in shape. So it's quite difficult to get this here to actually be placed completely on top as you want here. So what I do is I tie a bit on top of some of the lowest of so I tie a bit on top on some of the hackle fibers in order to make them help keep this wing in place. And as you can see now, things looks pretty good. But as soon as I pull on this, everything is gonna... No, it didn't. Perfect. Sometimes when you pull on this, it tilts the entire feather, messing up everything. It didn't. Oh, now it did. Yeah, now it did. You see how it has tilted a bit? I don't want that, so I'm gonna try to do this again. This is the most difficult part of the pattern here. Yeah, it always tilts. I'm gonna try it one more time. Perhaps even use another feather. I'm gonna take another feather. I had one laying around from another fly from the Danish video where I did this, and then by accident I pulled the feather out, so it just like so. There we go. Now it's perfect. It's perfectly aligned. And then normally you wouldn't have two hackles on this, but I like to have two hackles here, and I like to add a small amount of hackle here in order to give this fly a more done look. It's gonna make the fly a bit more bulky, but that's actually okay, because it's gonna make the fly look more simply, basically more done. Then I'm gonna turn the hackle here, and I'm not gonna use that much hackle for this part of the fly here. Maybe just 3 turns or something along those lines. Just to give it a bit of, just to make this transition between the weight of the fly here simply look better and look more finished. Actually, this just now it looks really awesome. Just this if you want just an awesome light fly, then well, basically you have it here. It looks really good as it is now, but I'm gonna add the weight. Used my whip finish. I'm gonna use some glue here to keep my bead in place. Of course, as soon as you take this out fishing, now I started manipulating it a little, so the wing got a bit twisted. But as soon as you take a cast with this, of course the wing is gonna get a bit twisted anyway. So now I move the tying thread up in front of the weight here. That's gonna be the dark, the black part of the original pattern, the black part of the original body. And just in front of this, I'm going to use again another feather. And for this, I've played around with a lot of things. For the original pattern, it's just pure orange. And of course, you can use pure orange. That looks really, really nice and perfect. But I've just gotten a lot of these. I've been dying to use these black laced whiting saddle and hen capes, because they are just so freaking awesome to tie with and to use. And a lot of people have been asking for me to do a video where I use these on a fly pattern. So I thought, why not use it on this one? I have changed this fly so erratically anyway, this alley shrimp. So why not do it? Change up the hackle as well. And I really think this black and orange laced hackle here is just truly awesome looking on this fly, and it just makes this fly look so deadly. So for this front hackle, I'm gonna turn quite a lot more hackle than I did on the hackle in the middle there, to give it again a tapering effect and make the front of this fly a bit more big, to make up for the fact that the wing is not in the completely front of the fly. It's actually not in the middle, but it is to the front, but a bit more to the middle than what it would be in the original one. Now I'm going to do the whip finish here. I'm going to add some glue and the cone head, and then the fly here is done. And as you can see, this is not quite the original pattern, just converted to a tube. This is the idea behind the original pattern. This is the silhouette behind the original pattern, but added quite a lot of different things, and I have made this fly into something that is not the original. It's a bit from the original, but it's a fly that has been adapted to suit the special fishing conditions that I face. And I hear a lot from a lot of people in Norway also, who fishes with a lot of flies like this that are heavily weighted to get as far down as they possibly can, as soon as the fly hits the water, because getting down is important. So basically, as you can see here from the top here, everything is as it should be. This is a variation of the now I can't recall what it's of the alley shrimp, made on a tube with a lot of weight to it, to give this fly to make this fly able to fish in locations and in conditions where the normal double hook or triple hook would not get the job done. So a variation of the alley shrimp that I think looks fairly nice, and I'm gonna test this out for salmon in Denmark. So as always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. Every material you see in this video is available on my web shop, and you can also buy a full complete material kit for exactly this fly on my web shop. So if you like what you saw and you think, hey, maybe I wanna get that just click in the just click underneath in the description here. You'll find a direct link. And you can go to my web shop and you can, with one easy click, buy the complete material kit for this fly and for many other patterns like it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and well, good luck out on the water.